वेलकम बैक ऑन आवर एपिसोड नंबर 6। हम लोगों ने पीछे से बात करी थी एक एक्स कर्व के बारे में, राइट? फिर रूलर 72 की बात की, कपल ऑफ आईडीज़ की बात की और अकाउंट्स की बात की। आज हम लोग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात करेंगे, फाइनेंशियल फाउंडेशन जब बनती है वो किस तरीके से बनती है। अभी इमेजिन कीजिए एक घर बन रहा है ना। घर के लिए पहले हम लोग एक प्लान बना के लाते हैं, फिर ज़मीन खोद के उसमें फाउंडेशन डालते हैं, उसके बाद जाके हम लोग दीवारें लाते हैं और छत डालते हैं। आई गेस आपने भी घर ऐसे ही बनता देखा है ना। जब हम फाइनेंशियल हाउस बनाते हैं उसके अंदर वो जो फाउंडेशन है वो फाउंडेशन हमारी बनती है केवल एक्स कर्व्स को ढंग से समझकर। So when we understand X curve very properly, then only you will understand how to construct a financial house. So the foundation for a financial house is protecting the income you are bringing at home. And how do you protect your income? Because as I have already explained, these three things can stop an income at home. Number one, somebody can have some health challenge. Right? You've gone to hospital, you're getting fixed, but meanwhile you're not going to go to job, your bills are going to keep on coming. EMI is not going to stop, right? So health insurance is the most important. Then second comes is your own life, right? So life insurance becomes very important, because if the person who's bringing money is gone forever, how's that money going to get replaced at the home? And last not the least is the disability, right? Health can cover you to go to the hospital and come back, but disability, even if you are at home and you're not going to go and perform your work, it will keep on paying. So we'll talk this in two sections. First one we're going to talk about is health insurance. So protecting the X curve. When we are young, remember that X curve when I showed you in the episode number 2, when we are young, our responsibilities are the highest. So taking care of those responsibilities we are talking about. What happens at your house tomorrow if your income stops today? Not eventually, not someday, but tomorrow. This is a very, very important thought. Everybody must ask by themselves, because we are in such a rush from day morning, weeks, months, years keeps on going. But this is the time you must stop and think, if something happens to me tomorrow, what happens to my income, right? So your responsibility doesn't stop. Home loan or a rent, car EMI, children's education, credit card and loan debts, right? Aging parents' care, and everyday bills and daily essentials. Nothing is going to get stopped. So everything on the list which we have just spoken runs on your income. So today we're going to talk a little bit about health insurance. In health insurance, when we talk about, there are 5 main types of plan. One is an individual. Second is a family floater, which whole family is being covered in it. Then there's a senior citizen plan. There's a critical illness plan also. When you get diagnosed with a critical illness like a heart attack, stroke, cancer, those kind of thing. And then there is a top-up plan. So how much does it cost for a health insurance? If we go talk about generally a premium per year for an individual plan, a 30-year-old healthy person, male, will cost premium around 9,000 to 25,000 rupees a year. So 9,000 to 25,000, that's a big range. Now you will say, how come? Because what you're going to pick it up will decide the real cost of the plan. Okay, under 45, there's no medical checkup with no declaration of health issues either. Just a health declaration form you have to fill and you get there. So what is it covering actually? Actually, it covers your hospital room rent, ICU charges, doctor's fees in surgery, pre-hospitalization expenses, and even post-hospitalization expenses. So how do you get there? There are 2 ways you get it. One is you get a standalone, and we will explain in the example. I'll put the sheet there. You can read it by yourself there. So standalone plan means, let's say if I get a 1 crore, 1 CR plan, which can cost me anywhere between 16,000 rupees to 22,000 rupees for a year. So if something happens to me, I go to the hospital, that's taken care of. Whatever the bill comes in, up to 1 CR. But now there is a top-up plan, which when I was studying, I was doing little research and I spoke to one of my friends. He said then this is a base plan and then there is a super top-up on it. So base plan, for example, see the difference will come. Instead of 16 to 22, now it will drop to 12,000 to 15,000. What is happening here? So you get a base coverage, let's say you get for 10 lakh rupees. You got a base plan for 10 lakh rupees and super top up is 15 lakh rupees. So first 10 lakh rupees, who is it good for? That if you have that 10 lakh rupees sitting in your saving account or checking account, you're not bothered with that. So you go access your own money first. So rest 90 lakhs is a top up. That's why first you're using your own money. If you enter after 10 lakh, whatever the amount comes into a top up. So that is how you adjust the prices. On a side note, I tell you, I have sold insurance for last 18 years. Most of the time, when people are not educated enough, you are given a product which makes more sense for the companies or for the people who are selling it. So who actually get into not understanding and at the losing end is a client. Same way, when you get a standalone product, it is more expensive. When you have a base and a top-up, that becomes more affordable. But nobody talks about because the person who's given it to you doesn't make money. And I did the commission analysis also. Doesn't make much money. But for a client, it makes more sense. So sometimes you have to be smart enough to understand the difference between those two. Hey, which one is good, which one is bad? It is all your personal requirement. But base plan with a super top-up makes more sense if you are looking to put everything into your budget. Okay, I'll put this little link in there and a whole slide over there. There's an example comparatively given it. So take a minute to read that. We'll keep it there for a longer period of time. Okay. Now, checkup is required. Is there any money back? This is a very common question which comes. So yes, if you're under 45, there is no medical, but there's a declaration form. You have to honestly say if there is a problem, you have to declare it. And there's no medical checkup under 45. But above that, obviously, companies want to know your complete health situation before they make a commitment. Second is there money back? No. Health insurances is a protection. It's not a saving. So definitely there's no money back in it. But if your health is good and you haven't claimed anything, what they give you approximately 10 to 50%, they increase the coverage next year. So that means for the same amount, you will get more coverage. And how does claim actually work? That's another one. That if I go into a hospital, hey, who's going to pay? So most in India, you ought to be mindful about when you're buying a policy that what network of hospitals around your local area you can go access. So ask the advisor that, hey, I'm sitting here, let's say in Dwarka, which hospitals around me actually, if I walk into, are cashless. That means I just go get admitted. The hospital, when they make a bill, they will send it to the insurance company and insurance company will pay them directly. So you're not involved there. And there are other options also that reimbursement is also. So you pay to the hospital and you get the bill and you submit to the insurance company and insurance company reimburses back to you. But these cashless are more popular these days. Which hospitals are covered? Again, you ought to know your network of hospitals. When you're buying that policy, ask in detail the advisor who's giving it to you, right? Make sure you get it in written. This is a very black and white industry. Either you understand or you don't. Later on, you do not have time to come back and put fingers on others. So today is the time when you ought to figure this out. Now, same illness again, and what about kids? That's another very prominent topic where people keep on going. So there's a restoration benefit. If you use part of your sum insured in one claim, the insurer restores it. Full coverage again within the same policy year. So this is a very important restoration benefit. You must ask this question to the advisor. And family floaters and kids policies are also available into health insurance. And is a newborn covered? Immediately, if you have maternity cover, there's a 90-day waiting period, because new, human life has come on this planet. First 90 days are little stabilizing, so no insurance company would like to commit immediately, but after 90 days in most of the policies, it's covered. The good news here is a lot of people talk about taxes, that hey, I pay a lot of taxes. The good news is with the health insurance, there's no GST. Okay, health insurance premiums are now GST free. So once you understand health insurance, so what have we really learned out of this whole conversation? Health insurance is, if I get, let's say I'm having a short breath, I'm having a heart challenge, kidney challenge, liver challenge, anything, I feel uncomfortable, I land up in the hospital. Let's say that it is diagnosed that I have to be treated, I have to go through a surgery, ICU, anything can happen. Now, if you have this kind of an insurance in place, everything can be taken care. All your bills will be taken care of. Hospitalized bill. So you're taken care, cashless, the network of hospitals you have landed, everything is cashless, taken care, now you're gone home. It's a big relief. Averagely, your medical expense can go anywhere between 5 lakhs to, depending on what you have got. So who has that much of cash sitting at home? So these policies become a very vital tool towards financial planning. Imagine suddenly you didn't have that money and you got into this kind of a trouble. So health insurance is the number one. I would really advise you here that call a health professional who is a professional in giving health insurances. Sit down, talk in detail about every possibility, make sure you're protected. And that's the whole purpose of this education here, okay? And so next topic, we are going to talk about life insurance, and we will talk about disability insurance also. With that, thank you very much for watching this episode 6A. And if you have liked what you have heard, gave you some value here, I would really appreciate if you can like us, subscribe us, and put an honest comment so that we also get a feedback. And this video has been sponsored and made at Liftoff Media Studios. Thank you to Lalit and thank you to Sonu for organizing this. Thank you.